Hi, my name is Tracy Lee. I just wanted to share my personal journey with the GMAT preparation. First, a bit about my background. I majored in arts, so I don't have a particularly strong quant background. And I have been out of school for over 10 years and have forgotten most of the fundamentals on the quant part. I took my first GMAT mock exam around mid-April this year, before I did any study. The score was a 615, and my final GMAT score was a 735. I began studying seriously for GMAT around mid-April using only free online resources like GMAT Club forums or YouTube videos. And after going through some prep materials and a few practice exams, I realized while my verbal was already quite strong, I was really struggling with consistency in quant. And I couldn't push my quant score beyond 75 to 80 percentile, no matter how many questions I have practiced. And the solution back then was just to keep solving more problems and hoping to improve my skills. I took my first GMAT exam on June the 10th and scored 655. It wasn't a terrible score, but not competitive enough for the schools I was targeting. And after having my first GMAT result, I know that the way I have been preparing for a quant is not going to get me a higher score. So I started researching what other people are doing. I read reviews on GMAT Club and Reddit posts. Many people were mentioning target test prep helped them improve the scores significantly. So I decided to give the 5-day free trial a try, and I liked it. That was already mid-June, and because of some personal reasons, I know I won't be able to sit for another GMAT exam after early August. So I set my timeline to take the second GMAT exam around mid-July and purchased a 1-month subscription from Target Test Prep and studied with the platform for one month. I studied around 5 to 6 hours per day consistently and followed all the processes and did all the practice questions on the platform. And even within the first few days, I understood why my previous preparation wasn't working, because I had no structure. I had a vague sense of what's being tested, but I don't have a deep understanding of the knowledge points behind, and often got questions right without knowing why, and keep making the same mistakes without knowing how to correct them. But TTP changed that completely. It refreshed my math fundamentals and gave me a clear framework, like what's being tested, how it's tested, and how to solve each type of problems efficiently. And there are the practice questions after each lesson to help me reinforce the knowledge I just learned, which was super helpful. And the things that I like the most about TTP course is their structured curriculum. Before studying with the TTP, I was always afraid to start the quant section because I don't know what kind of questions will appear and whether I'm able to solve them. But after finishing all the lessons, I have a clear framework in my head. I don't feel afraid anymore, but more curious about what questions could come up and in what form. So that's a very different mindset. My GMAT journey was not straightforward. I wish I could say that after studying with the TTP for a month, I got a perfect score, but that was not the case. After about a month studying with the TTP, I felt much more confident in quant, but in hindsight, I wasn't really prepared. I didn't do much practice with the official questions, and I didn't touch the verbal section at all during the 1-month period. I also didn't have time to complete any full-length practice exam before the test day. So as expected, my second exam score dropped to 635, which was disappointing, but in my heart, I know I have improved my quant skills significantly. So I felt frustrated and reached out to Scott and Jeff at TTP for advice. They responded quickly and they were super supportive. Jeff reviewed my TTP data and assured me that I have built a strong quant foundation. I just needed more practice applying what I've learned. He also created a personalized daily and weekly plan for me, and that encouragement really made a difference. I was really ready to walk away from GMAT, admitting GMAT is not my thing, but after speaking with Jeff, I decided to give it one last try. And this time, I combined TTP materials with official GMAT questions. I bought the official guide and the official guide quant review materials and practiced with real GMAT questions every day. I also took a few practice exams to track my progress and used the TTP to fix my weak areas. And after 2 weeks, my practice score were consistently in the range of 685 to 695. I felt much more prepared this time and signed up for my third exam on August 1st. I know I could improve my score, but I was honestly shocked when I see the final score of a 735, and I'm glad I didn't give up. If I were to start my GMAT preparation journey again, I would definitely start it with a target test prep from the beginning, especially on the quant part, just to strengthen my fundamentals before doing numerous questions without real improvement on my skills. Also, if you cannot improve your score beyond a certain point, try a different method or study materials that may help you elevate to another level. Finally, GMAT preparation is hard, but don't give up. Believe in yourself.